Hello, every listener,
Hello.
and welcome to another special episode of Swearing Mamas. I'm Lauren.
And I am Lindsay.
Oh, we did that weird because then we would say, and this is Swearing Mamas.
It's fine. I think we should talk like this for the whole episode.
I think everyone would really like that.
It would be a calm, relaxing, random episode.
And if your eyes fall shut, just let them. Any outside noises become a part of your relaxation. Your child screaming. What else noise is there? That's it, right? That's the only noise.
Yeah, that's usually what happens in the middle of ours.
It's the only sound that I remember ever hearing now.
Always, yeah.
So
yeah.
I just shoved my mouth full of cinnamon roll. It was not a good time. It was not a good timing.
That sounds like a great time.
Yeah, that's actually what took me so long because we got this. I've been thinking about mug cakes lately, and because I like me a good sweet. I needed some sweets in my life. And last night, Seth made me a chocolate one. But when I was looking at that recipe, I found a recipe for a vegan cinnamon roll in a mug. And I was
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. And I was a little bit afraid because the recipe, which I'll share it in our group, but it has all of these forewarnings about don't message me, everybody's messaging me, blah, blah, blah. And it's not going to have the same consistency of a regular cinnamon roll because you don't put yeast in it. And this and that. And I was thinking, man, with all of her warnings, I think it's going to be terrible. But you know what? It was really good. And most importantly, my child ate his. If my child ate his meal with no problems, I'm happy. But yeah, it only takes 50 seconds to cook. And in terms of making it, it's you throw some ingredients in a bowl, mix that shit together, and then roll it out into a little slab of dough, and then you just put the cinnamon in and you just roll it up. And when you do the rolly part, you get to feel like an artist. So that's...
or something.
Yeah, or you're rolling a... I don't know what else people roll. Let's change the topic. Let's change the topic. For more on that, go back in time to one of our older episodes.
One of our first episodes.
Yeah. No, but yeah, so that was my morning. And I also have a friend staying with me, so I got to share the cinnamon roll goodness with her.
Oh, that's nice. What friend?
Yes. I'll tell you off the podcast.
Okay.
Anyway,
right.
What are we talking about today?
Exactly what we've been talking about ever since this episode started. Just random things that pop into our head. So this episode has literally nothing to do with anything. It's not about children entirely. It's just going to be random tangents that we go off on, and we're not going to catch ourselves and bring us back in. We're just going to keep going.
Awesome.
Yes.
I have a question. Can you hear me eat the cinnamon roll? Are you hearing my chewing?
No.
That's good. Because when you're talking, I'm hum, hum, hum.
Fantastic.
You know what else? The dough isn't sweetened. You put the sugar in between it. And I was thinking, if you didn't sweeten it, that's just a biscuit, a really quick biscuit almost. You could put other things in there. You can make a breakfast sandwich or something. I'm sorry. I think I'm the spokesperson for mug cinnamon rolls now.
Yeah.
I think this is my new job, and I feel bad that I can't remember the blogger's name. But like I said, I'll share it in our group. Hey, speaking of our group, have you joined our group yet, guys? Join it.
Join it.
Was that weird?
It was a little weird.
Man, join our group.
Do it.
Which, speaking of that, we're recording this a little early, so if anyone in the group like maybe responded to the last episode because we answered your questions, or if anyone sent anything to us, because I know we have like tons and tons of fans. Like our listeners are just like, we can't even keep up. There's so many. So if any of you sent anything, we're not ignoring you. We're just
we record multiple episodes at a time.
Yeah. Sometimes
so give us a little break.
Like that. Break me off a piece.
Yes.
Of that Kit Kat podcast.
Oh gosh. But anyway, so we are in the future. So as of right now, Father's Day is next weekend. So by the time this comes out, Father's Day would have passed. So happy belated Father's Day to any of our fathers that are listening.
Happy Father's Day, daddies.
Oh, that was very interesting.
I had to do it.
Okay. She had to do it, guys. So so like I said, this episode is going to be random. So what should we start on?
Well, first of all, what are the current, like, funny or interesting or exciting things that your child has maybe started doing that we haven't mentioned on the podcast?
So my child likes to play, I'm going to spell it because he's sitting in the other room, has already asked me 17 times to do it this morning. So he likes to play PLAYSTATION. And it's funny because my husband loves to let him do it sometimes, but then sometimes we'll be like, no, you're too young. You can't do this. And I'm like, well, you're the one that let him do it. So no, now he's going to do it.
Yeah, you got to make a choice and stick to it.
Correct. I'm like, no. So he is much like a 3-year-old in the sense that he plays one game for maybe 5 seconds and then switches to a different game, which a lot of our games... No, my son. Goodness gracious.
Who is calling?
My father. So old people in Facebook, they love to see when you're online and just call you a million times, even though you literally just told them you were in a phone call. They don't care. They don't understand that. Ugh.
Old people on Facebook in general.
Yeah.
But you know what? The kids say that Facebook is for old people.
Oh, that's
so we're old.
Well, we're not them yet. We're not the old generation that likes to
take pictures from below. You know those little like selfies where they're like looking down at the kids.
Oh, yes. Okay. Not what I thought you meant when you said pictures from below.
Oh God. No, that's the younger generation.
Yeah.
Oliver takes those grandpa photos. It's
yeah. So Tim likes to take like half face, so like the nose up photos. So you don't get to see his mouth. So he might be smiling, he might not be. You never know.
We were talking.
But anyways, we were talking about PlayStation. Yes. So yesterday we played a couple games, and he really likes Grand Theft Auto. So he only plays like the first initial mission, if you will, because he literally gets bored of it after a couple minutes. So he will do so it's GTA 3. And so now he quotes what the guy says in the beginning all the time, which the guy says, "You better drive, brother." And so he literally, I was buckling him in the car seat the other day, and he goes, "You better drive, brother." I was like, "Don't worry, God. I will, brother." So
that's great.
And now he heard me and he's saying it in the other room.
That's amazing.
So yeah. Also, I play this one game that's kind of scary, and so I beat it the other day. So I haven't really played it again, but he keeps asking to play that. And there are Wendigos. That's the scary creature in the game. And when I was going to bed, he was like, "Mom, what is the monster in that game called? And I was like, oh, I don't know. Just go to bed. And literally it was like 5 minutes of silence, him just laying there, me just laying there. And he literally rolls over and just goes, Wendigo. And I was just like, oh my God. So that's the interesting stories and funny stories I have. How about you? What's Oliver doing?
He is doing so many things. He's like at this stage right now of like pretty much copying everything and trying to do everything. So it's really fun and exciting. So he's getting more into drinking drinks, which is good. I think I've mentioned before, he'll only really drink out of a cup. It's just very silly. But to ask for a drink, he does know the sign for drink, but a lot of the time instead he'll go, ah.
That's adorable.
Yeah. And if he sees someone else take a sip of a drink, he does it. So just a lot of like random silliness like that. An update on the potty thing, we are going to try it again this week, but in the meantime, the other day I said to him, I was like, all right, mommy has to go on the big girl potty. I'll be right back. And he goes, psst. I was like, yeah, good. You know what it means. So that was good. That was exciting. I'm like, okay. He knows what it means. He is like currently like weird about the potty, the big and the little one. I don't know why. Like he acts like when he sees it, he like is afraid of it or something, which I don't really understand because we haven't spent that much time with it. So I'm hoping that will pass this week when we try our potty training 2.0. Mainly, I just don't want to buy diapers. We're like almost out of diapers again, and I was like, we're going to potty train again because I don't want to buy them. I did get underwear. Well, Seth's mom sent them for us, so that's helpful. But yeah, so he's just doing all kinds of like cute little things like that all the time, and it warms my soul. Really big about giving hugs and kisses. He'll like, if I am like yesterday I was like crouched in a ball on the floor and he came over like 6 times. I was like just crouched there because I wanted to be, but he came over like 6 times and like hug attacked me. I guess he thought I was like hurting or sad. I was like, oh man, you're so cute and so pure. But yeah, so that was sweet. And he likes to just like dive at me with kisses. And I'm like, okay, I love this affectionate phase that we're in. Just hugs all day and kisses. Like it makes me very happy. And then he'll do this thing when he like wakes from his nap where he'll be holding his bear and he will kiss it and hug it and then hand it to me. And then I kiss it and hug it. So yeah, really sweet, but then also like really rude because he's in a hitting phase. And
that doesn't go
oh
away.
My God, like it is so bad. If he's frustrated at all, he will come like, it has nothing to do with me, right? He's frustrated. He couldn't do something he wanted to do. He will go all the way across the room by me and slap me. And I'm like, excuse you, like that is fucking rude.
Yeah, my son's in the hitting wall phase. So if he's mad at something, he'll just like slap the wall. And I'm like, what did the wall do to you?
Right. Did he ever like bang his head on things when he was frustrated?
Yeah, he used to bang his head on the floor.
Yeah, Oliver will do that sometimes. And at first it upset me and now it kind of makes me laugh. But, let me tell you, this hitting thing is not going to fly. Like, that shit's got to go. And nothing I've tried has worked. Like, because this has been a while now. And I tried to just, like, tell him no. I tried to hold his hands down and tell him no. I tried to yell at him. I tried pretending I was hurt, which is what I do most of the time. I'll, like, pretend to cry and say, oh, you hurt mommy. No hit mommy. It hurts. And then Seth, if he's around, will come and be like, oh no, are you okay? Did Oliver hit you? And Oliver's looking between both of us like with this look of like concern on his face, like, did I do that? Yeah, you did. And then he'll come over and give me a hug. But
that's good.
Yeah, but he'll still hit me later. And I'm like, so that's not really getting through to you. And yesterday, when he hit me, I smacked his hand away and I hit it kind of hard and he cried and I felt so bad. But I'm like, you need to find a way to learn to not hit people. Like, this is not going to work. And you can't hit, especially if it goes into other kids. Like, I haven't seen him hit another kid yet, but if it does, I will be so angry.
Yeah.
So that's our current thing. And I have no idea what to do about it.
Yeah, I wish I could give you advice because that sucks, but I am in that phase too.
This is one of those rare instances where I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And if anyone has a successful story or piece of advice, please tell me because
we're struggling.
Yeah, I don't do that hitting thing. I will smack him back. I don't want to, but like that's going to be my instinct. Don't hit me. The fuck? Who do you think you are right now?
Yeah, for sure.
What are you, 2 feet tall?
I will drop kick you.
I will drop kick you. Try again. Anyway, yeah, we're in that phase. He is learning a lot more words.
That's exciting.
Yes, he doesn't like enunciate them, but I know what he's saying. And he will say, Mama, Dada, Grandma, Papa, dog, not dog, but he'll do the woof woof that we talked about. He says, good job to himself. Whenever he does something, he'll say, good job. I'm like, yeah, good job. And then he'll say thank you sometimes. And occasionally he has said all done, but not often. I think that's all of the things that he has said. But yeah, just kind of copying us. And then he says love you. I think that's been a while. I think I've mentioned that on here. But it sounds like Lassa.
Lassa?
So yeah, I love you. And I'll say Lassa.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. He is, doing all kind of things like that, and they just make me very happy to watch. And isn't that just such a fun thing about raising kids, just seeing all the new tricks they can do all the time?
Yes, because it's always something new.
Have you, found any discerning, personality traits come out recently with Tim? Like, any little things that happen that you're like, oh, he's going to be a whatever Harry Potter house or whatever personality type or, whatever subject he might like in school. Like, anything like that come out that you're, observing him as a person?
I don't know, because he's still in the stage where, he'll do something and he'll do it a lot, and then, a week later, he doesn't do it anymore. It's still very much, up in the air. I do think he's left-handed.
Ooh.
So that's interesting because Drew and I are not.
Seth is, so.
Oh, that's fun.
I can't wait to. Lefties love other lefties. Like, if I'm going to, as soon as I hang up, I'll be like, guess what? Tim might be left-handed. So weird. They all bond over it. I'm like, calm down, you freaks.
Yeah,
sorry, not that your kid's a freak.
No, it's fine. He likes to, I'll give him a crayon to color with, and I'll put it in his right hand because that's just what what I do. And he'll start with his right hand, but then he'll go to his left, and he goes back and forth. So he may be ambidextrous. But when it comes to throwing, he does left, and kicking, he kicks with his left foot. So yeah, I think he might be a lefty. That's really the only trait that I've really found so far that seems to be sticking.
Cool.
Yeah. How about you?
I think that, and okay, maybe this is just me reading his horoscope too much.
Oh my goodness.
But I do think that my child is going to be maybe introverted, not in the maybe in a similar way that I am, but different. I think I'm the one that's in between. What is it called? Who knows? Do you know?
Wait, what was that?
There's a third, introvert, extrovert, and there's an ambivert.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Anyway, I don't know. But I think that I am extroverted, but I have a lot of introvert moments, I guess. I don't know. But so I think he'll be a more extreme version of that because, like, when we're around other kids, he's very he loves to be around other people, and he really, like, enjoys, you know, just interacting with others and all of that, going out of the house. But I guess the thing about being introverted is that, like, when you're alone, you like to have your space and your time to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're not someone that, like, needs to be around other people all the time. And that's where I think that I really notice it with him because so often now, he'll be playing and all of a sudden he's very, very quiet for several minutes. And I'm like, oh, great. What has he done? And I will go find him and he will be sitting on the floor reading a book.
Aww.
Yeah, and he has it facing the right way and he's flipping the pages correctly. But the thing about that makes me lean the introverted way is because then I will oftentimes offer or try to read the book to him and he is not interested. So
that's adorable.
I don't even really read to him that much because he just doesn't. Sometimes I'll try, but he just wants to sit alone in the quiet and read by himself. I just thought that was really interesting, and I'm into it.
That's cute.
Yeah, little nerd. I'll take it.
Little nerdy. I think my son has a superpower.
Ooh, what is it?
He remembers everything.
Oh no.
And it's like we were eating dinner the other day. I don't remember what he remembered specifically, but I remember Drew and I looked at each other and we were like, you were really young then. Like, how do you remember that? And he, like, knew details about, like, I really wish I remember what it was specifically. But Drew and I just looked at each other and were like, maybe the fall gave him superpowers.
Maybe.
We're like, oh man, that's going to be troubling.
Difficult. Yeah.
But also, like, it could be good. He might be a genius because he'll remember everything he reads, you know?
Yeah.
So he'll be the next childhood prodigy.
I'm always looking for those things because I'm like, we don't have money to send you to college, so you better have something real special. Yeah, no, I think Oliver's will just be drumming. Because have I mentioned on here about he's actually good at it?
That's adorable.
Yeah, he, like, will drum just like we gave him a, we've switched out different, like, individual pieces of drums at a time for him to play with, and then he has toy drums, but then, like, he'll just do that all day and just, like, oh my god, he does this, like, I say that it's him singing punk music, but I'll be like, la, 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 and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I have a headache, but I'm glad. But,
teach him your songs. He can be your new drummer.
I know, right? In like a year, he could be our drummer. We'll sit like at the big drum set and hold him on our laps and let him drum. And the last time that I did it, and then the time after, he actually like was keeping the beat, but then like also he was like hitting the cymbal at the end. So it wasn't perfect. I mean, he's a 1.5-year-old, yeah. Right? But he was doing like bump, 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 bump. And I was like, what? How do you know to put the cymbal at the end of that? Like, it was a pattern, and he would go back and do it again. Bump, 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 bump. And I was like, oh my god, how do you know this? Yeah. So I'm like, that's good. I'm not good at drums, so you're already probably better than I am. But yeah, so I'm like, even if he doesn't do good at school, he can just ride through life on the drums.
Yeah. Be a drum prodigy.
I hope so.
Go to music college, get a sponsor for that. You don't really need to be book smart for that, right?
Nah, nope. Or maybe he'll be a book smart kid too. But as long as you have the drums, man, you don't need it. Everybody needs a drummer. Everybody's a singer, right? Like, everybody's a guitarist. Drummers are valuable.
Mm-hmm. They're one 1,000.
Probably more drummers are out there than that.
Yeah.
They're probably like 1 in 100. Sorry, drummers, you're not all that special.
And I was like, no, that's a little much.
That would be like so crazy. Imagine living in a world and there's like only that many drummers and everybody's like clamoring to get a drummer. Like the same drummer plays for like Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and like, I don't know, some kind of metal band.
They would be more than they would cost more than, I mean, they would be richer than like the singer because they'd have so many different bands they were in.
Oh yeah.
They'd be
so nice
very wealthy.
Life. I want to be very wealthy.
Same.
We're not.
No. Maybe one day, but probably not.
What a sad old life.
So I just want to mention, you should post that Vine that I sent you the other day, because tell me, did that not look like Seth?
Yeah, it was cute.
I was like, not only did like the person resemble Seth, but I can see Seth doing that. I can also see Seth wearing socks with like sandals.
Well, that will never happen because Seth hates socks and he like doesn't want to wear them. Yeah, he doesn't want to wear socks even with shoes. And I'm like, he hates shoes too. Whole thing. It's terrible. For anyone who doesn't know, my husband wears toe shoes. And I do say that with judgment. He wears toe shoes, and then he's got like a nicer pair of Tom's dress shoes that he wore in our wedding that he still has, and then like a really, really beat up pair of Vans that were his friends that he just kept. And work boots, and then a pair of flip-flops from Old Navy. So that is Seth's full shoe collection right there. And it isn't great, and I often have to tell him, yes, you do need to wear socks.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so I think I really want to get him a pair of like Vans, maybe, because I feel like they're pretty comfy, right? The slide-ons.
I think they are. I never really had a pair because I don't really like slide-on shoes. I am really a flip-flop and Ugg boots girl. So it's summer, I wear nothing but flip-flops and sandals, and in the winter, I wear my Uggs every day. So I am like Seth, but in the girl version.
You're basic.
I have 2 pairs of sandals, courtesy of my boss who bought them for me for my birthday, and 1 pair of Uggs that I wear every day in the winter.
How are they not dead?
So it's funny you say that, because I had my husband had to just buy me these ones because the other ones got a hole in the back of them, like they like not the bottom of the shoe, in like the back of like the boot of the shoe, like a hole. I don't know how it happened.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I don't know how I keep them so long, because I literally wear them in like, you know, the rain and everything, because I'm not a person who really cares about my shoes either. Like, it's also why I find it really hard that I bought Uggs. Like the first pair I bought myself, and I literally, my husband can vouch for this. We were at Annapolis Mall, and we walked all the way to the car, and I looked at him and I was like, I can't buy these. We have to return them. It's like, they're too expensive. I have to return them. And he was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I have to take them back. I can't justify spending this much on a pair of shoes. I was like, I know I'm going to ruin them. I have to return them. He was like, really? Like, we're already to our car. And I'm like, yeah, no, I have to return them. And then he talked me into keeping them. And they actually were in really good condition for how bad I wore them. Like, I saw people who actually took care of their Uggs, and mine looked better than theirs. And they would be like, oh, look at your new boots. And I'm like, yeah, they're 4 years old. Finger guns.
Finger guns.
So I don't know how I don't know how they stay in good condition, but apparently they do.
Magic. You're a witch.
I am. But now that I
have like a
admitted
ton of shoes.
Yes, I know this.
But they mostly have been given to me. I don't really buy shoes a lot.
Yeah.
Except I did really enjoy Just Fab when I had money.
Oh, yeah? I always wanted to do those. Like, everyone in my office does that. Oh, God, what is the one? I don't know. There's some, like, one that's, like, clothing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I really like that dress. And they're like, oh, thanks. It's from my shipment thing. And I'm like, or my subscription thing. And I'm like, oh. And like my one boss told me, she was like, oh, you should get it. You'd really like it. And I'm like, yeah, I can't justify spending $60 a month. And then I still have to buy the clothing on top of that.
Yeah, no.
That's absolutely absurd to me.
No, yeah. I Just Fab, it's like $40.
Unless they want to sponsor us.
Yeah, no, if Just Fab sponsor us, I'll be so happy. It's like $40 a month, and you can skip any month that you want. You don't have to pay it every single month. And then if you do pay it, that counts as like a credit for an item, which is like I've gotten like a really cute purse, shoes, a dress. So it's a pretty good deal. And the shoes are actually nice. And I think the first pair I got, like when I first signed up, it was free. I just paid $5 shipping. So that was nice. Cool. Yeah. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't have that in my life. It's not an option.
Nope. I feel that. There's also like all these other cool subscription boxes. Like there's one called Hunt a Killer.
Oh,
and I really want to do it, but you can't solve the crime with one box. So you have to have the subscription for it. And I'm like,
oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't have literally, I think it's like $30 a month to spend on a Hunt a Killer box. Like the only thing I'm getting out of this is a mystery.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I feel like subscription boxes are pretty much dead. Like, I don't know why they keep coming out with them. It's a dying business.
I don't know.
People can't.
I mean, I've never subscribed to any of them, but I know a lot of them that I like that are cool that I want to do. I just don't have the money for it.
I did, let's see. So I did the Just Fab. I did Graze. I really like Graze. And they also like, hey guys, like, send us some money. Send us an affiliate link or something, please. But no, Graze was really nice. And then I did HelloFresh for a while, which I would usually skip it, but would maybe do it like every few weeks or something, So that was fun. But yeah, no.
Yeah, I only did Blue Apron because I got a really good like discount code from someone. So it was like, I think it was like almost 50% off like for the first week. And then I just canceled after the first week.
Yeah.
So I think I got like 3 meals for like $20.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's not bad. I can do that.
It's nice. Yeah.
But I'm not doing 3 meals for $50. That's outrageous. I can literally go to the grocery store and buy all the ingredients for those 3 meals that will be cheaper.
Yeah. And I felt as if those recipes take a lot of time. I've done the HelloFresh, I did Plated, and I think I tried another one that I can't remember. But anyway, I just like all of them. It was like, okay, this is a really good recipe, but it takes a lot of time to like, I don't, now especially that I have a child, I don't have time to fucking zest a lime and, dice and saute shallots and make a quick pickle. Like, what the fuck do I look like to you? I don't have time for that. I'm getting some bag of frozen veggies, man. Like, that's the veggies. They're from the freezer.
Yeah.
I do use fresh veggies. So I
no, I do too. I made a dinner the other night, 2 nights ago, I think. It was cheesy French onion chicken. I didn't realize that it took an hour to caramelize onions.
Oh my God.
This meal took forever. And I was so mad because my husband likes it. So now he's going to want it more. And I don't want to make it again. And it was funny because I didn't think he was going to like it because he's very weird. Then he likes them because stop clicking the button. That was probably cut out because he kept clicking.
Some of it cut out. Yeah.
He clicked the mute button. But my husband doesn't really like onions unless they're cooked. So I was hoping he wouldn't like it. And then he wasn't feeling good that day, so he went to bed like right after dinner. And so I didn't ask him if he liked it. And then the next day he took the leftovers for work and he was like, man, that was like one of the best meals. And I was like, I died a little on the inside. I was like, I was hoping you wouldn't like it.
You know what? I bet there's a way to caramelize those onions in a crock pot.
Oh, there is.
That makes it a little easier. Crock pot-atize that recipe.
Oh my God. So much for that peaceful episode we were having. But yeah, I don't even know what he was yelling.
I was trying to figure it out too.
I wish I could figure it out. Now he's evil laughing. Go watch Goosebumps.
I don't. It's over.
We'll restart it.
No, it's over.
Watch Slappy.
Put it up.
No.
Yes, I don't want it to fall.
It's not going to fall. It's stuck. Don't step on it. But yeah. So that was my dinner.
Man, now I want some onions.
I know. I love onions.
Yeah, Seth doesn't like onions, so we like never have them. I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner tonight, but do you have any like fun, easy recipes you're into at the moment?
Yes. I have a few. There's one that we make so often that my husband, for the past couple grocery trips, he was like, do not make that one. And I'm like, okay. So that one is just sausage. And I use chicken sausage and veggies. And you just put it on a sheet pan. I pour Italian dressing over the top. And then I cook it in the oven for like 30 minutes or so. You stir halfway. And then we take it out, put Parmesan cheese on the top. And you can serve that over orzo or like rice or whatever. Sometimes we do it over orzo and sometimes we just eat it just the way it is. So that's one of my favorites. What was that?
Make a nice risotto.
Yes. I don't know how to make risotto.
Oh, it's pretty easy and so good, but my favorite thing about risotto is one time I was at a concert and there was these like hipsters, like young, youthful hipsters standing nearby being just generally very annoying, you know, as they tend to be very loud and talking about dumb things. And this one girl was like, oh my God, that mushroom risotto changed my life. And Seth and I say that to each other all the time now.
That's fantastic.
I hope that girl had a child and is listening.
Or maybe not that same girl, but someone else who has said that in the past. It's like, oh, right. I've said that. I have said that.
That mushroom risotto changed my life.
But yeah, so there's that meal. And then I also like porcupine meatballs.
What the fuck? Oh, so it's got noodles in it?
It has rice in it. So you put rice in the meatballs. And when I use my Instapot for this. So
clarify, it's not made of porcupines.
It is not made of porcupines. It is made out of ground beef. So you mix a pound of ground beef with rice, and then I add like a bunch of different spices and Worcester sauce. And you form meatballs, and you put it in your Instapot with like half a cup of water and a whole jar of tomato sauce. And then you close the lid and you cook it in the Instapot for I think 5-6 minutes. And when they are done, the rice like sticks out of the meatballs and it looks like a porcupine.
How
so
cute.
that's where it gets its name. But those are really good, and they're really fast and really easy. It's like 5 or 6 ingredients, and then you just throw in the Instapot for 5 minutes and it's done. So usually that's my go-to when I need something really quick.
I need one of those. Everybody's got one. I don't have an Instapot or an air fryer or anything like that.
So I got my Instapot from my realtor when I bought my house.
Dang.
I kind of threatened him to get it from me. For those of you who don't know, my realtor was my best, one of my friends from high school. So he got one of our other friends like a one of those like cryo experiences where you get like in the tube and they freeze you essentially. Yeah. So I was like, look, I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for an Instapot. So he did. He got me an Instapot.
That's nice.
Yeah. And they are fantastic. I love them. Also, egg roll in a bowl in my Instapot is really good.
I just saw that on Pinterest last night.
Like recipes on our page? On that new page?
In our group?
Yeah.
Totally. And, if you guys have any, share them with us.
Yes. Heads up, my family eats basically chicken and beef. And Lauren are you vegetarian or vegan now? Vegan, right?
Vegan.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Lauren is vegan. So we need a little bit of both.
Yeah. Share that shit.
Yeah, because I love trying new recipes. And I'm not anti-vegan. If something looks good, I'll make it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny when people are like, ew, I don't want to try that. It's vegan. I'm like, you do know that you eat vegan food all the time, like grapes, spaghetti, Yeah. There's like plenty of normal foods out there you eat every day, vegetables.
I just can't live without cheese. I don't know how you do it.
I said that too for a couple years, and then now it's disgusting to me. Like, I got a burrito from Taco Bell, and they put the queso on it. Queso used to be my life, and I I was so hungry that day, and I was taking huge bites, and then I got one with a burst of queso, and I truly thought I was gonna throw up, and it did not taste good to me. It tasted nasty, and also I was very sick after. So it is really interesting.
I get sick after Taco Bell every time.
See, I don't, because what I'm getting is just beans, rice, guacamole.
I literally don't get beef potatoes at Taco Bell either. I just get beef, their cheese, because I love their nacho cheese. And that's really it. I really just get their cheesy fiesta potatoes and nachos and cheese. That's my meal. And every time I'm literally in the bathroom right after eating. I'm like, the Taco Bell curse is here.
I was that day. It was terrible. And but it was a crazy moment for me because I never thought – I knew I wasn't craving cheese anymore, but I never thought I would, hate it. But that is now true. I tasted it and I was like, no.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, your taste really changed. I also started liking olives and mushrooms.
I love
which I didn't
olives.
like before. Yeah, I still haven't had a green olive, though.
Oh, my God. They're the best ones.
What does it taste? Is it saltier?
I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know, because black olives are pretty salty, too.
They are.
It's just, I don't know how to explain it.
It's just different. I just have to get one.
It's different. You just have to do it. Just make the jump. You'll appreciate it. And then you can appreciate a martini, because martinis is literally vodka in olive juice.
I love a martini, but I've never eaten the olive.
Oh, well then if you like martinis, you're gonna like it.
Okay. I trust you. I'm gonna get some green olives.
But yes, green olives are my favorite type of olives, but I also like black olives.
Yeah, they're good. There's
but I have a choice between both. I will choose green over black. That sounded racist. I apologize.
I mean, what people are green? That's fine.
I don't know.
Shrek.
Shrek. You're being very inconsiderate to the Shrek people here, Lauren.
Seth and I have a really good business plan. Nobody steal it. It's called a Shrek-straunt.
Oh my god.
It's a Shrek theme restaurant, and we might just call it like the Swamp. But anyway, and it's going to be all Shrek themed.
I love that.
And like obviously we're going to serve waffles, right? But like onions too, like a bloomin' onion.
Yes.
And that's pretty much as far as we got. Only Smash Mouth is playing on loop.
Love that.
Just kidding. But yeah,
the lighting
so
is green.
I know. If
all lights are green.
Did you ever drive past that metal Shrek on the Eastern Shore?
Yes, my parents live by that.
I love him.
Every time I drive past him, I want to take a picture for you.
Yeah, do.
But I can never get my phone out fast enough because I'm like, oh wait, there it is. Oh, it's already past it. I never, I don't really remember.
This Shrek is made out of metal, and he's like, it's handmade, and he like looks like Shrek, but also very sad. And I want him.
Guys,
I want him in my front yard.
Next time I go see my parents, I will take a photo of this Shrek for you guys. Maybe I will pull into the said place and stand next to it with a thumbs up.
Yes, and inquire about the price of that Shrek.
Yes.
For me.
Be like, look, I'm very interested in your Shrek shrapnel piece.
Yeah. So that conversation, that was a roller coaster just now.
It was. But, that's what this whole episode's about, Lauren, so don't apologize.
Roller coasters, huh?
I black out on all of them, but I still love them.
At one time at Six Flags, I got stuck at the very top of the hill of the Superman.
Oh, I would die.
I did. I was not okay. I was in like 8th grade, I think. I was very much not okay. And they're like, don't look down. And I'm obviously looking down, and there's people with cameras pointed, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
I was on this one roller coaster in Hershey Park, and they have just lap bars, which freaks me out. So when it's just a lap bar, I push down really hard because my ass is not falling out of the roller coaster. So I literally pushed the sucker down to where I couldn't feel my legs. All right. So we go on the roller coaster. Everything's great. We get to the end and the ride breaks down. We're outside the station and I cannot feel my legs. We were broken down for probably like 15 minutes. I was like, I need to pee and I cannot feel my legs. This is not a good mix, guys. It was so bad. So now I refuse to ride that roller coaster ever again. Okay. In a minute.
No, you have to walk over here and get the spot.
Okay.
Walk over like that.
A walk over like that? Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
That's our roller coaster experience.
Should we move into the tips and tweets?
Sure.
I feel like, do we have anything else to talk about?
I mean, we can always talk about something, but we can just end here. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel like we could make this episode literally go all day. Like if there's ever like one of those, you ever see on TV shows when they do those like marathons where it's like it'll be like a school or somebody and they're on the local television station and they're performing for like 24 hours to raise money for a charity.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm talking about. There's like always an episode, but when have you ever seen that happen in real life? But anyway.
They usually have them on the radios, not on TV.
Do they? I've just never.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you and I had to host one of those, we would kill it. And then the 24 hours would end and we'd be like, well, I mean, we've got more material.
Don't give people ideas. People are going to start requesting that.
You know what?
Lauren,
if they send us money.
Oh, that's true. I can do anything for money. Yeah. I'll just get hopped up on Mountain Dew or something.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, tip. It's my tip, right?
It is your tip.
Okay. So, okay, this is like probably a weirdly specific thing, but Rice Krispie cereal is highly absorbent. And this is the situation I was in when I learned this. I made Oliver, I lovingly handcrafted Oliver a nutritious smoothie And I tried several different ways of serving it to him, and they were not working out. So I showed him how to, like, I put it in his hands, the cup, and let him pour it into his own mouth. And he did. It was really good. And then, I had him in his booster seat, and I stepped away. And when I came back, as you would expect, the smoothie was dumped on the tray. And I was like, okay, it's not the mess that's the problem, but, like, I lovingly handcrafted you this smoothie, and I'm not going to throw it away. So I got out some Rice Krispie cereals, and it's just poured it on the tray of the booster seat, and they soaked up the smoothies, and then I was able to scoop it up with a spoon and, like, feed it to him. So in conclusion, Rice Krispies are good. If you ever have some kind of liquid like that, you need to sop up and just, whatever, live your life with Rice Krispies.
Love that. I don't own any Rice Krispies, though.
You what?
I said I don't own any Rice Krispies, though, but I do love that idea.
It was
how dare him.
I know. They were actually crispy rice. It wasn't Rice Krispie. It was crispy rice that I got from Kroger.
We buy the off-brand. That's fine.
We do, but you know why? Because the reason I had them in my house is because I was making fried tofu. It was like fried chicken, but out of tofu.
Uh-huh.
And you crush up the crispy rice cereal into the breading. And first of all, it was very delicious. And we made it again after that. But yeah, so I just had this big bag of rice. Right? No, not Rice Krispie. Crispy rice in my house. So I was like, I'm gonna give this a whirl, give it a go, and it worked. And I feel like that could probably be useful to people in other situations. I don't know how. Oh, this is how. This is what else I thought of when I was doing it. If you're serving ice cream and the ice cream melted, that would be a tasty way to get it up. Because kids, they have a hard time with liquids, I feel like, in a bowl.
Yeah.
So anyway.
I mean, kids have a hard time with a lot of things, but...
Kids give me a hard time.
That too.
And you know what? Crispy rice is there for me every step of the way. It's really there as a coping mechanism. Plus it goes...
All right. Oh, let's not talk about the noises they make.
You don't like it?
No.
Did I do a good interpretation of it?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Do you have
Snap,
tweets?
crackle, pop. Yes, I do have tweets. All right. So my first tweet is from Try PTO Fantastic. I think that's what it is. I don't know. It can be, I don't know. Okay. He said, me, winter is coming. My girlfriend, winter. Please stop saying it like that. I did that for our Game of Thrones fans out there.
That ties really nicely into my next tweet, which is from Drake Gatsby, and it says, her, I want to get really nasty later. Me, you're in luck. Winks. I'm very disgusting.
Oh my gosh. My next tweet is from _Morgan Adams _. I know she's never going to listen to our podcast because she's somewhat famous, but it's fine.
Ooh, maybe she will.
She said, I just brought my coffee into the shower with me, and I think I'm onto something next level. And I do this all the time with like sodas, or when I was younger, I did it with alcohol because you get thirsty in the shower, You just gotta.
It's like really makes the experience into a treat.
It does because it's so taboo to have anything to drink in said shower, and you're like, oh, let me just bring my little drink. It's gonna be fun.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be a fun shower.
I have two fun shower. I have two questions for you on this topic.
Oh gosh.
One, I have been wanting to ask you this for a long time, but I keep forgetting. Do you drink coffee?
I do not. I am not a coffee
You don't
drinker.
like it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure.
The only coffee that I can deal with is like, I think it's mocha flavored. Yeah, like mocha, like frappes, because they're very chocolatey and they taste like there's like a hint of coffee. However, I used to work at an ice cream store and I loved the coffee flavored ice cream we made. And I used to make milkshakes with that. But I would dilute it with vanilla ice cream as well. So it'd be like 2 scoops coffee, 1 scoop vanilla. But yes, I did. Those are like the only 2 random coffees that I liked.
Okay.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Have you ever heard of a shower orange?
A shower orange? No.
Since we're talking about the drinks that go in the shower, oranges go in the shower. It's a thing. There's just a whole movement across the internet. If you Google it, you'll find people with their beautiful shower orange stories. But it's a whole experience where you bring an orange into the shower and, you know, maybe just sit down or stand up and you just fucking dig into this orange, make a mess.
I have heard of these.
It's fragrant. It's succulent.
Have you showered orange?
I did. I was like, I need to know the fuss. Actually, it wasn't an orange. I think it was like a clementine. But I was like, okay,
can't do it with a clementine. Gotta go with the orange.
We did a full size orange. Yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, it's nice. And the mess of oranges. Oranges are messy, so shower orange.
I don't think oranges are that messy, but okay.
The juice, it gets everywhere. I used to take an orange to work all the time when I was pregnant, and the juice would get all over me. It was rude.
All right.
Tweet number 2. Mum. Can we start calling ourselves swearing mummies?
No.
Maybe on Halloween.
Yes.
Mum Life UK 1. Okay. I like their tweet, but is there already a Mum Life UK that they had to add that one?
Oh, is it? Maybe. Or maybe they just like the one. I don't know.
Just like the one. Anyway, she says, 1-year-old slept until 8:45 a.m. This time last year, I was tearing my hair out because he wouldn't sleep any longer than 2 hours at a time. To all the parents out there with bad sleepers, you'll get through this. Just a bit of encouragement.
So my next and final tweet is from my celeb lookalike, Anna Kendrick, at Anna Kendrick 47. So do you think she just liked the 47, or do you think there was 47 Anna Kendricks?
That's a good question. Anna Kendrick, if you're listening, please tell us.
I'm going to tweet her.
Please do.
She said, and this is so me, so it even goes into the sense that I am more even her. I'm so unreliable. I am the airplane of people, the airline of people. Yes, that is me.
You are like her, and I love her very much, but I just like you as a friend.
Oh, dagger. That's fine.
No, I love you, and I love her. In the way that I think we would make the greatest girl gang of all time. Do you think Miley would fit into our girl gang?
Yes. Is that even a question?
I love her so much. Have you heard her new music?
No, I have not yet.
Oh my God.
But I listen to music when I'm at work, and I haven't been to work in some time, so.
With headphones?
Oh, no, I have my own office, so I listen. And then people come in, and I'm like, oh, hey, don't mind my music.
Yeah, because some of the things that she says in some of the songs. There's a song with RuPaul called Catitude, and I'll let you fill in those blanks. It is what you're thinking. But, it's a good little EP. And her song, Mother's Daughter, is my jam. I've been, listening to it so much. So much. So our current girl gang is you, me, Miley, Anna Kendrick. Anyone else invited?
None that I can think of right now, but we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, there's a lot of women out there that I think I'd like to be friends with, but it's very select who's allowed in the girl gang. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just anyone. Okay. Texty Ruxpin. Haha. It says, do you believe in magic? And then Jehovah's Witness. No.
I don't get it.
It's like the song, "Do you believe in magic?" And then the Jehovah's Witnesses. No, I do not.
I know, but I don't get it.
It's okay. I hope we don't have any listeners that are that. They'd be like, I hate swearing mamas. Sorry, guys. No, what am I talking about? They would never listen to Swearing Mamas podcast. What am I talking about?
Yeah, I didn't think so, but it's okay. But anyways, on that note, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.